Hey, 5 minutes to muse, 5 minutes to find steps to success, your success. Not the 5 keys to success. We've done that quite a few times and there's a hypnosis track on that. You know where to find that, and if you don't, you'll see it in the show notes. But it's steps to success. I want you to think back. Can you think back far enough in your past, because that's where back is. Well, it is for me, it's over there. But into your past and remember something that you really had to learn, really had to hone, because you learnt some really good skills. It took time, I know, and it took effort, but it was something that you dedicated time to, as it were. You were persistent, you were patient, you were fill in the blank, because you knew it was worth it. I can think of myself 25 years ago, beginning to learn hypnosis. Didn't know a thing about it at the beginning. Nothing at all. In fact, I didn't really want to learn hypnosis. I wanted to do NLP, but somehow I got roped into doing hypnosis, and it was the best thing I ever did. But I can remember it was a struggle because I wasn't very good at it to start off with. Didn't understand it. But I pushed myself and I did all these various things to understand. A lot of them were mind maps. I used to read, look at things. But the thing is, I didn't jump into it and become very good straight away. And I bet you didn't either. Not the things that you're really good at now. You may have had a leaning to it, an aptitude towards it. But you had to, say, push yourself a little bit, stretch yourself, go through those difficult times, those learning times where, it seems that you're getting nowhere. And then all of a sudden that aha moment comes and you move forward again. Persistence, patience, you fill in the blank. Now, steps to success, your steps. Looking back at those times, can you realize now they were small steps to start off with? Because when you try to do the big ones, they were too big. You failed. It was overwhelming. It was dispiriting, if that's a word. It took you away from where you were going because it was just too big a jump. And that's why we mentioned small steps. And it's not just because, I can't fail, this is a win. But it is, maybe, because you get success on every step of the way, even though it's difficult. But the small steps are because we always overestimate what we can do in the short term. We think we can jump the stream, jump the river, climb, do whatever, but we always think we can do more than we can in the short term. Long term, we always underestimate, because if you look back, you've done so much. But in those early days, small steps. Yeah, you got your wins, but you were able to carry on going because you didn't overestimate. You did the things that you needed to do. And the thing is, when you did that, what happened? Your steps got a little bit bigger, didn't they? Because you grew with confidence and you used the skills you've already learned. And those steps did get bigger. So I guess now you're making leaps and bounds. Now, here's the thing. If you've got a new project, a new goal in mind, just go back to those basic things. Small steps. What's the smallest thing I can do? I want to get that win. I want to get that confidence. But I want to keep the momentum going. Knowing that if I do small steps and when I come to that bit where it comes a little bit more difficult, I know I can bridge that gap. What would that be like? Think about it. Being able to succeed in everything you do because you've done the appropriate steps. You haven't overestimated. So forget the term baby steps, because some people don't like it, but they are baby steps. They're learning, because if you think about it, babies, it's an incredible thing to be able to do, to stand, to balance on that little whole body and get those legs going and take steps. Because after those baby steps, we begin to skip and the run and jump. And that's what you'll be able to do. Winning along the way, getting that success in every blooming step you do. That's just a 5-minute muse, and it's really re-remembering the things that we did well, how we created our first steps to success. Well, if they work then, they'll work now. And you can go from confidence of having done it already. Yeah. So maybe just take a few minutes with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, glass of water, whatever your tipple is, and just sit and breathe and remember. Yeah, they were difficult times, but look how good you are now. Look at the successes you've made and what you want to do now. And what's the smallest step you could do right now, today, at the latest tomorrow, towards that goal? And then do it. There you go. Just a little re-remembering and making sure of your success. Because remember this, whatever you think you are, you're more than that. Go fly, my friend. Take that breath. Take that step. See you next time. And the 5-minute quickie, and have a listen, come into my mind on the longer podcasts. Personal Development Unplugged. I'm your friend Paul. Time to fly.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.